Technically, it's afternoon. As you can see, we are now currently driving. It wasn't really that long of a wait. I started driving about an hour and a half ago, give or take. They opened up the roads fairly quick. I mean, it wasn't really that bad of a storm. The majority of it was just ice rain, which obviously, okay. It obviously will make the road slippery, and so that's why they had to shut down. And it's quite apparent that some truckers didn't listen to it. The reason why I say that is because I'm going to insert a clip here. Hopefully, with my programming, I can talk over it. But as you can see, this truck here, what happened was he was driving too fast for conditions, most likely. He lost control, jackknifed his truck, got into the ditch, and pretty much screwed up his whole entire load and screwed up his whole entire truck. So that's why, as truck drivers, if you don't know how to drive for the conditions, your best option is just to shut down. With that being said, also per state, regulations, if they say, hey, no CMVs at all, I would advise you not to go out on the road. One of my buddies, my buddy called me saying that his buddy got pulled over while driving in PA, and I was like, that shouldn't be a thing because they just lifted all the they lifted all the restrictions. He's like, yeah, but he started driving at around 8, and I'm like, yeah, see, there's his issue. He started driving when the restriction was still in place. Mind you, at around 8, the restriction was lifted to a speed restriction, meaning instead of going 65 on the highways, they want you to do 45 and all CMVs to be in the right lane doing 45. So, if he got pulled over, it's because of one of two reasons. It was because either he was speeding or because he was driving during a no CMV restriction, a tier 4 restriction. So, it happens. Can't really do much about it. You just gotta be more cautious out there. You gotta pay attention to the 511 maps. And, you do your own research. I can't express this enough. With this lifestyle, with this type of job, you always have to do your own research on everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Do your own research on where you're going to be parking. Do your own research on road conditions. 511 maps are readily available online. For PA, it's 511pa.org. For New Jersey, it's legitimately 511nj.org. And just, if you need a 511 map, just make sure that you're good to go. Just look up 511 and then whatever state you're in, and it should be the first one right there. The only one that's a little bit more difficult to understand is the New York. Jesus. Is the New York 511 site. They don't have it like New Jersey, where you can tap on the road, and when you tap on the road, it tells you what type of restrictions there are. Idiota. It tells you what type of restrictions there are on the road, unlike New York, look at the legend, and then you can tell what it is based off of the legend. So it's a little bit more difficult that way, but you know, each state's different on how they operate their 511 maps. But with that being said, this load has changed from it changed in general. It's now being T-called over at our Jonestown terminal, and then I'm picking up a load from that terminal and bringing it to Massachusetts. Now, with that being said, it's not too bad of a load, to be honest with you. It's only like a mere 6-hour drive, which it's doable. I got the time for it. However, I will most likely be shutting down at around 7, 8 o'clock, which again, it's not that bad of an issue because I'll be shutting down at their place. Which, it's good. It's fine because they actually, majority, so I'm delivering to first Cabela's, then Bass Pro Shops. Majority of Cabela's have on-site parking for trucks. Majority. So that's, you know, a little bit of a relief for us drivers because, you know, they expect us to be there at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's nowhere to park in Massachusetts. If you're a truck driver and you drive through Massachusetts on a daily, you understand what I'm talking about. There is absolutely barely any truck stops unless you're in Sturbridge. No, is it Sturbridge? It's like south of Worcester or Worcester. However you want to say it, however you pronounce it, you understand what I'm saying. But there's a pilot there. Everything else is on 90, which is the little tiny, you know, rest stops that only can accommodate like maybe at most 10 to 15 trucks. So you got that going, but it's not really a good, you know, place. And these so-called truck stops off of the highway only allow like 3 trucks, and it's like that's it's nothing. You can't really do anything with that. Now I know there's one truck stop that's in my area. It's a Pride, but the thing about it is, in order for you to park there, you got to pay for it. It's like 15 or 25 bucks a night. 15, maybe 15 or 10. I think it's actually 10. So yeah, it's definitely 10 because I remember I was like, you know what, I might city, they just approved a pilot to be built in my city, and all the residents were crying and like, oh, we don't want this. This is going to cause so much issues. This, that, and the other. I'm like, first off, where this truck stop's going to be built, you guys are like 5 miles away from it. No truck driver is going to be going through your neighborhood. Like, it's right off of the 391-90 exit. Like, there's no point of a truck driver having to go through your neighborhood. Second of all, it's better for us truck drivers to have something like this because of the fact of how there is absolutely no truck stop at all in state Massachusetts. So, and it's an added benefit because it's allowing opportunity for employment. It's going to lower your taxes. It's going to increase our income revenue. And also on top of that, you can get a job. Stop sitting there crying and you get an actual job. So, that's just my view on it. I've lived in that city for nearly 10 years now. Yeah, about 10 years. And I have come to realization that majority of the residents are very picky on what happens in their city. And it just makes me mad because it's like, dude, in a trucker's standpoint, it benefits us. In a citizen standpoint, like me being just there, me just living there, working in that city constantly and all that stuff, it benefits us. So either you guys don't want to lower the taxes, like, yes, there's pros and cons to it, but like, think of the positives, not the negatives. A lot of people out here now are very negative drama. They're just negative Nancy's. They can only think of the bad outcomes instead of the actual good outcomes of things. And I'm the opposite. I only can think positively. But yeah, it was something else. But anyways, I'm more or less glad that I'm doing Cabela's first because of the fact that there's on-site parking for us drivers. And so, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so pretty much the gist of this portion of the video is always be cautious in the wintertime if you're driving a truck, because, and also keep up to date on, what the state has to say. Like, I knew what was going to happen. That's why I shut down where I did, because I knew that, okay, this state's going to be shutting down the majority of the highways at midnight, and I'm not going to be driving. So, kind of played in favor in both ways, in a way, I guess. But anywho, I'll see you guys soon. Evening. I just did my fuel stop over in Connecticut. I'm now officially in Massachusetts. And so far so good. Nothing too bad besides that accident. The weather did somewhat clear up, but it's been very cloudy and misty all along the way, which understandable because I was heading east, and that's pretty much how the system's going. It's from west to east. So, matching speed with the truck beside him. So there was legitimately no other way unless he took the shoulder. But like, don't, like, you're not important. Just because you want to get home, you're coming home from work, and you're like, man, I don't want to deal with traffic. That's not how you deal with that. That's not how you go with that. Like, your life is far more important than trying to go home. Honestly, I don't understand why people are out here zigzagging into lanes and just going 90 miles per hour, going as fast as they can, and thinking that they have the right of way by flashing their high beams at people to get out the way. Like, no, that lane is there for, yes, fast people, but not fast for you. So, you know, your guys' life is way more important than trying to go home just to see the Bachelorette. Or see the latest anime show. You know, I don't know why you guys do it. You guys do it, but I don't know why. It's stupid. It's reckless. And should not be happening at all. That is why, you know, when I was in the towing industry, I haven't seen, you know, the bodies that's in state towing. I've never seen the bodies of the people that got in a car accident, but I know that they obviously passed away because the ambulance is not there and a black van or a black SUV is there instead. And so, you know, you guys speeding, doing all these reckless maneuvers is just, no, it's just something that you guys should not be doing at all. I mean, you guys obviously have a purpose to going home. If you have to go home that quick, obviously, why don't we get there in one piece? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Stella Bella? I keep forgetting that this is actually a 2-lane turn instead of 1 lane. But, I mean, then again, it's predominantly because those guys are merging on. I gotta stay 290 east because that's 395 south and I'm not going south. Doing okay, babes? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're 28 minutes out. I'll probably record me going up in there. Because I know you guys, I looked at the analytics of my previous videos, and one of them got 1,100 views. Thank you. I'm going to have to rewatch that video and see what I did so I can try to keep recreating those types of videos for you guys. Because just, yeah, but tomorrow, hopefully, depending on the, you know, how good it is outside, I might be able to record me opening up the doors for you guys. And all that good stuff. I don't know where I put my vice grips. I know I used it in one of my videos. I'm going to have to, when I edit these videos, because I haven't edited that video yet, but when I edit these videos, I'm going to have to find out where I put them. I don't know if I lost them in that video or not. I'm might have, I might not. I don't know where I put them. Honestly, I'm so baffled. They're not in my door where I typically have them. And they're not underneath the bunk unless if I'm looking in the wrong spot. But it magically went poof. I'm really baffled. I'm confused as heck. Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to get there at around 8, which means 10 hours is up. If you guys know military time, this is how I do it. If you guys don't know military time, I'm pretty sure I've already explained how it works in one of my videos. I don't know why I'm having hiccups. It's not even hiccups. So if I'm going to be there at 8 p.m., I shut down at 8 p.m., 10 hours of 8 p.m. is 6. The reason why I found that out and how I found that out is 10 plus 8 is 18. What's 18 in military time? 6. 1806. That's how I can do my 10-hour resets that quick. That's how I can figure out, alright, cool, at 6 o'clock, I'm ready to go. Now, obviously, that did not make it better at all. I should probably wait till I'm straight, or when I'm actually in this section. Because I think it's 50 miles per hour here. That way. Because I'm going to be driving slow. You know where all slow vehicles must go. Anyways, so where was I? Oh yeah, obviously once you start getting into daytime, that's when you start changing it up. So like say if I stop driving at 6 a.m., God forbid, if I stop driving at 6 a.m., 10 hours to 6 is 16, so I'll be ready to last. Pardon me, sorry. Yeah, this is also why we clear the roofs of our cars. Hopefully I can get a great example of that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys saw that one car that had all the snow flying off of it. But there's a very good reason on why you guys need to clean off the tops of your cars. You know, just a little PSA, you know, public service announcement. So please, that's exactly right there. Because that's ice. That's straight up ice. And, I just messed up the picture again. Perks of driving on the highway with a lot of salt on it. But yeah, no, you don't clean your cars properly, your sheet of ice is going to hit the wrong car, and then you guys are going to get a ticket. And or jail time, because they can consider that as damage to private property. Willingly or not, that's still considered damage to private property. Like I tell all my friends, I may know the legal system, I may know the ins and outs of the legal system, but I am not for hire. I am for consult, not for hire. I'm just rambling now. I don't know why. Anyways, I know it's been like 10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure that this video is already long. So, I'm gonna end it here. you guys on the flip side. Talk to you tomorrow. See you.